Welcome to Spainguru. Today we're diving into critical updates on Spain's golden visa with Ainhoa Manero, a top immigration expert. What's the real countdown to the visa's phase out? Are current holders safe? Processing speeds. Can you still make the deadline? Is Portugal an option? Get all this plus expert tips on avoiding common pitfalls. This is the insider guide to the top 24 burning questions you can't afford to miss. We are in the middle of September 2024, and there are a lot of people who are extremely interested in knowing what's going to happen with this visa scheme. The million-dollar question: what is the expected timeline for phasing out the real estate investment option?
We don't have a date, okay? We are already in the second step for eliminate this option. We think it's going to be in around 2-3 months, okay? So we are in September. I think it will not be a possibility in January, maybe we have a little more. We don't know yet. We will tell you, of course, but they want to be quick with that. So they are going to they are going to do it really soon, or that is what they are telling us, and they are already in the second step of approving this modification of the law.
Is it already sure that they're fully eliminating the real estate option, or they might just modify it just to make it, for example, of $1 million or...
No. It's clear that they don't want the real estate option to be an option.
For people who have already been granted the golden visa, what will happen to them?
Already stated that they won't have any problem, so they'll be able to maintain this status. So that there will not be problems for renewals. You know that you get a golden visa for 3 years and then you renew it for 5, and then another 5, and not have a problem for this.
How quickly are golden visa applications currently processed? And do you foresee any changes to this timeline?
So they can take 20 days, and they are even quicker, like sometimes it's in 10 days, in 7 days. But no, there will not be a change on this, because the law says that should be approved in 20 days. So, and that means that if they don't approve in 20 days, it's an approval. This is very important, okay? So that is the maximum time. This is not going to change.
So for people who are still interested in going with this investment scheme, what do you recommend them to?
So we have like 2 cases that I'm seeing, which is people that already did the investment, but they didn't apply for anything because, well, they haven't done it, they haven't needed it, and people that they haven't done the investment yet, okay? For the people that done the investment, is just doing the application with updated documents, okay? Because maybe you bought the properties 2 years ago. We have to update the document, like get the updated documents, and your documents also, like criminal records, marriage certificate, all of that updated, and apply. You know, it's very quick. The resolution is 20 days. And of course, even if this option is going to be eliminated, have done the application the day before they eliminate it, you will be okay. Okay, that is what they are saying in the modification. Everyone doing the application before the cancellation will have these rights, will get the rights of the golden visa, and this is very important too for the future. It's not only that they get it for now, that they will give it for 3 years and then they will not be able to renew it. They will be able to renew it. Okay, and for the people that they haven't done the investment, they should do it. They should start, because what they have to know is that a real estate investment sometimes is a little slow. Not really the purchase, okay? That you do it at the notary, and of course can help you, but that is not what is slow. Sometimes what is slow is the new information in the property register office, which is what we have to show to immigration. We have to show that the new owner, and that there are no other debt in property, okay? So that is what sometimes takes time. So the sooner the better. Of course, there are strategies to show we can apply, showing that we are in process. putting everything like the amount of money at the notary, and with what is called like a contrato de arras. A contrato de arras is like when you start all the process of purchasing the property, but it's not done yet. There is also that possibility, okay? But the thing is, you have to buy the property, and this sometimes takes time. And that is what we have to take in mind if we have any months, make the option.
Can you outline the primary benefits of obtaining the Spanish Golden Visa?
Yes. So the Golden Visa really has a lot of benefits. The main thing is that you can live in Spain, but it's not mandatory to live in Spain because a lot of other residencies make you live in Spain. So also this affects in your taxes because maybe you don't want to become a tax resident. So the Golden Visa allows you to live if you want, but you don't need to live a certain amount of time, and allows you to work, which also because allows you to work and allows you to do a company, create a company, allows you again to do more tax strategies, okay? Because when you can have a company, maybe you can do more tax strategies. And also the benefit is that all the family members, your partner and the children, but the children, then if they are older than 18, if they are dependent on you, they can get the residency and also the work permit. So it's common that maybe the investor maybe doesn't live here in Spain, but maybe he wants his son or daughter to finish studying in Spain and start working, and they can do it with this Golden Visa.
What are the basic eligibility requirements for the Spanish Golden Visa in 2024?
The requirements are for doing a real estate investment, which is an investment of 500,000 euros. Doesn't have to be just in one real estate property. You can do different real estate investments, and the amount together could be 500,000 euros. Okay, so that is the one that is more common, the real estate investment. But there is also a 1 million euro deposit in the bank, okay? And there is also 1 million euro investment buying shares of a company that could be in the stock market or not, doesn't matter, okay? Or the last option that I've never done it, and the last option that I've never is the 2 million euro in the government bonds. But well, it's an option. Important, we will talk about later, but the Golden Visa is not going to be eliminated for all the options. The option that they want to eliminate is the one in real estate. It's true that is the most common one.
Like, is it enough with 500k investment for married couples, or are there any other cases in which the husband has to invest 500k and the wife has to invest 500k?
The thing is the economic regime of the marriage, okay? You know that you can have common goods or you can have separate goods, okay, in the marriage. So the problem is when you have them separate goods, okay, and you buy a 500,000 euros half and half, because none of you qualify. So if you have separate goods in everything and you want to put the property under both names, you will not qualify, because really each of you will have invest 250 euros, not 500,000 euros. Okay, so this is not going to be a problem if just one of you appear in the property. Okay, so when just one of you appears in the property, you will not be mistaken. But if two of you appear in the property, okay, it's important that you don't have this separate economic regime. Because if you have common goods, share goods, okay, yes, both of you qualify, but because you have both of you have the 500,000 euros because there are your 250 and 250 mixed together.
Is there a limit in time in the past, okay, when you should have done the invest so it counts for the golden visa?
Yeah, when they did approve this law, okay, so in 2013. So if you have done the purchase in 2018, is perfect, even if we are years.
Can you have done, for example, a purchase in 2014 of 250,000 euros and another one years later of 250 euros?
Perfect.
And,
so you need 500,000 euros, but you don't need to invest them like in the same day. So if you have done a little investment in 8 years ago, and now you do the rest, you will be fine.
Ainhoa, does the golden visa count towards Spanish citizenship by resident time? And what happens, granted, only spends physically 1 day a year in Spain?
It gives you a residency permit of 3 years in the beginning, okay? Before was 2, now it's 3. Gives you a residency permit that allows you to live, but it's not mandatory to live, okay? So the thing is, if you really live, you could also apply for the Spanish passport. If you don't live, you will not qualify for the Spanish passport. You will just qualify to renew the golden visa, okay? And maybe you are, for people, a family, maybe some of you qualify because some of you have stayed in Spain, and the person stay in Spain don't qualify because there are different laws. For the passport, the Ministry of Justice will check that you've been around 9 months per year in Spain. Spain, which sometimes is Europe because we don't have borders, but really the law says Spain.
How long do you have to be physically in Spain before applying for the Spanish citizenship using the fast track?
So 9 months per year, 9 months per year. So will be 2 years of being 9 months per year in Spain.
I thought you could just lose your long-term residence if you were outside 12 consecutive months outside of the European Union.
Yeah, but losing this just means that you need to apply again showing criminal records, okay? So really is a residency for your whole life. But if you've been out for more than 1 year, they want to check that everything is fine with you. That's why they just, you have to submit again criminal records and they will give you again the residency. So really it's for your whole life. If you come 1 day, just 1 day in that year, you don't even have to give criminal records and you don't lose it.
How does Spain's golden visa compare to Portugal's golden visa?
Yeah, so I've always been asked the same because it's true, they compare it. Sometimes they don't really want to leave because the golden visa allows you not to leave. So maybe they check from Portugal and Spain, okay? I see there are 2 main differences. The main difference why the people come to Spain, even if they have chosen Portugal, then they in the beginning they changed to Spain, is the timing. So Spain, as I said, it resolved it in 20 days, and 20 days that really, if you don't have an answer in 20 days, that never happens. But if you don't have an answer in 20 days, they approve it. Okay, they issue. Okay, we don't. It's not so clear that it says that, but it says approval by silence. So we haven't got the chance to check it. So we approve it because it has been 20 days already. In Portugal, people come back to Spain because Portugal doesn't have these timings. So they take months to process it. And during those months, you don't have anything until they approve it. I think that is the main difference. And there is a big difference for people that have Ibero-American passports. 2 years of residency in Spain, if you've been in Spain, as we said in another question, if you've been in Spain, you can apply for the Spanish passport. So if you are if you are Mexican, Colombian, any other passport, maybe if we are talking in English, maybe you are from the US, but you have another passport. This is very,
yes, or Filipinos, for example.
Of course, also Filipinos, okay? So Filipinos and all Ibero-America can apply for the passport in 2 years if you live in Spain. That doesn't happen in Portugal, it's 5 years. 5 years when it's approved, and they take like not years, but 7, 8 months is normal to be waiting for the approval in Portugal. That is what I have seen for clients that end up coming here to Spain, that they also do it with nomads. So it's not only a problem with golden visas, it's a problem with immigration in Portugal doesn't have this 20 days rule.
What are the most common pitfalls or challenges applicants face, and how can they be avoided?
So the most common one, I think, is to be legal in Spain when you apply, because you know that you can apply from Spain as a tourist, okay? If you can come as a tourist to Spain. So, and the problem is that you have 90 days of a period of 180 days. To be legal as a tourist. So, for example, people think that they can come like 2 months, go out 1 month, and come again another 2 months. They cannot do that. And if they do that and they do an application, maybe in the airport they allow them to enter because they don't check, okay? But then you do the application and the application is denied. So it's very important that you are in the 90 days of the period of 180 days. That is the main common mistake. Some other mistakes, some other are with the private insurance. You need to have a correct private insurance. In Spain, we have lots of private insurance, lot of companies, and they have a lot of products, and they are not expensive at all comparing to the US, for example. But you need to pick the correct one. That is another kind of mistake. And of course, well, not having the correct documents of the property. As I said, if there was a mortgage in the property, it has to be clear that the mortgage is canceled. If you cancel the mortgage, but it's not in the certificate that you asked, that is called Certificado de Dominio y Cargas, if it doesn't show that the mortgage is canceled, then it's going to be denied. So these are the main mistakes.
And soon we're going to have to add one mistake, which is being late at applying for the golden visa after it is eliminated by the government early 2025. Can you provide any case studies or examples of unique golden visa applications you have handled?
Every case is unique. This is the difficult thing, and also the thing that we like about immigration. Like everyone has their own situation. The main thing about having an immigration lawyer also is being able to give you solutions on your situation. Because, for example, you may want to bring your parents. This is something that they ask me a lot, to bring their parents. But normally the parents of a golden visa are not economically dependent, okay? That is what the law asks for. But we can bring them with some other solutions, like the non-lucrative or any other solutions. So really, what we like about what we do is that in every situation, we analyze all the needs that the applicant has, and we give the solution, and we really bring everyone they need to bring. For example, and it's very, very common, that they want to bring the nanny or the housekeeper that they've been having for their whole life. So these kind of things, we think of a strategy to be able to bring them.
How does the application process differ for investors with large families?
No, this is a good question, and it doesn't make any difference. So 500,000 euros can give the right for one person, or can give the right for 7 people, okay, in the family, because really what they ask is for the family members to be dependent, okay? Of course, not the couple. The couple, if you are married or even if you have just a stable couple, that qualifies, even if it's not economically dependent. But our sons and daughters, okay, will qualify even if they are 25 and they are studying. That is very common. They will qualify.
How do you assist clients in choosing the right investment for their Golden Visa application?
Well, of course, the first thing that we do is, as I said in some other questions, is analyzing that the property is okay. That is the most important thing. And from that is just that sometimes they really don't know where to invest. We can help them getting a real agent. We can help them choosing the bank, the right bank, introducing the people from the bank. So really we help them with everything they need. We will introduce them to the right people if they need it.
The main part of your team is based in Madrid, and then you also have team in Valencia. But can you assist with any investment anywhere in the Spanish territory?
Yes, of course. The permit is national, so you can be in Ibiza, buying the property, or wherever. We can assist you, and it's what we do. But the reason why we have the main team in Madrid is because the office that resolves the cases for the whole country is in Madrid. So if there is any problem, for us it's easier to go if we are there in Madrid, where the problem has to be fixed if there is any problem. But of course, we help everyone in the whole country. And for example, we have an office in Valencia because we see that we have a lot of clients in Valencia. So sometimes for them it's easier to go and have help in Valencia. But really, we work remotely with the whole country.
How does the Spanish government verify the legitimacy of investments made under the Golden Visa program?
Really, this is going to be not checked by immigration because it's going to be checked by the banks. So they really, because you should move the money, okay, from your country to Spain, maybe to your own account or maybe to the seller's account, okay? There is a process in which really the banks in Spain are very tough and they check very thoroughly everything. So really it's there when they are going to check that you can prove that money is legal, okay, and is yours.
Ainhoa, can you explain why it's crucial for applicants to seek legal advice when navigating the Golden Visa application process?
Well, like every process, you are first you are investing a big amount of money, and really normally you are not familiar with the law in Spain. So really the first thing that we need to help you with, I think, is checking that the property, the investment is okay to invest, okay? Because maybe there is a problem with some mortgages, with some owners, there is a conflict with owners, things that make your purchase invalid, okay? Invalid for the permit or to use it, any kind of different problems that you can have if the property is not okay to buy, okay? With licenses, this is the first step. And the second step, immigration, okay? I think it's very important that you have our help of that. That is what I've seen from our clients. There is a lot of misunderstandings on internet on what you can do, what you cannot do, what you should do if you have a long-term goal. So really having someone helping you and really give you answers, because the problem in immigration in Spain and I think in other countries is that you never get in touch with someone. So this application is online, it's okay or it's not okay. But all the doubts or all the mistakes, you never get to understand what they really ask. So this is our job. Our job is not only to do it correctly, but for you to understand everything correctly and to know all the rights that you have and all the limitations that you have. For example, selling the property. You cannot sell the property if you don't buy another one. Or now, even if you buy another one, if they eliminate the golden visa, you will not be able to sell it, because or that is what we have to see now. Okay, if they are going to allow us to sell a property and buy another one, and we don't lose the golden visa. These kind of things that in a life of a person, there are a lot of changes, and you really need to be informed about what is going to happen if you do one thing or the other.
Absolutely. I think there is also a third element that also you probably guys can help with your experience, which is how do you transfer the money to do this operation, right? Because it's a big sum of money that you need to send from one country to another usually, and a lot of people, of course, have doubts on how to do that safely.
Exactly. We always help you if you need with the banks, okay? Talking with the banks, because normally what is better, but this depends also in the situation and where you have the money and everything. But normally it's better to buy to open a bank account in Spain and do the purchase paying from your bank in Spain to the seller, okay? But maybe you do the wire transfer directly from your other country. But we need to really check with the bank of the seller what are going to be the problems or what they will need to examine, because to check that that money is legal and to accept the money, they will ask you for documents, okay, for your tax returns or depending on the person, and really we have to be intervening there and be doing smoother the all the communication and be able to be faster, because if you wait for the bank to do it without pushing them, it's going to be slow also.
Well, they say the devil is in the details for some reason.
Exactly.
In what ways does having legal representation streamline the application process and increase the likelihood of a successful golden visa issuance?
Well, I think it increased to a 100% chances. So really, I've never had a denial, and I really have getting clients that got denied by their own because they don't understand and they don't get an answer. As I said, the problem in immigration is that you don't have communication.
What happens if you apply for the golden visa on the day, let's say 89th of your 90 days period in 180? Can you stay?
You are perfect. Yes, you can. So you've done the application before your tourist stay ends, so you can stay for to know the answer. If the answer is an approval, you can stay longer. If the answer is a denial, then they give you 10 days to leave.
Is there any limit how many times you can renew the golden visa provided that you comply with the requirements?
No, there is no limit. You, as I said before, was 2 years and then 5. Now it's 3 years and then 5, and another 5 and another 5. And regarding your question, this happens the same for the permanent residency. So it's not the same. There are two kind of 5 years residencies, okay, in Spain. So a golden visa, when renews, they get a 5-year residency. But it's not what we call in Spain larga duración or permanent residency, okay? If you have been in Spain or you haven't been out of Spain more than 10 months in the last 5 years, which is very tough, the limit is an average of 2 months per year, okay? If you haven't been outside Spain 10 months per year, you will be also able to apply for the permanent residency. What is the difference between the 5 years residency of the golden visa and the permanent residency? Well, the 5 years residency of the golden visa is not permanent. You can lose it if you, for example, sell the property, okay? Because you have to maintain the property in order to maintain your status. If you get a permanent residency, you don't have to maintain the property anymore. and you will have this extra benefit of the permanent residency. That means that really, if you even leave Spain for, I don't know, 10 years, and you want to come back and you don't have the property, you will be able to come back and get have the permanent residency and be able to work. So people have to make a difference between having residency and being able to apply for the passport, which is, if they leave, they will be able to apply for the passport, and having the 5-year residency of the golden visa and the permanent residency. That again, the permanent residency will be that one that you get it if you haven't been out of Spain 10 months in the last 5 years.
Could you offer any tips for future applicants on navigating the process more smoothly and effectively?
Well, yes, hiring me. No, it's a joke, but we talk about the common mistakes, and that is really my advice is to check on that, okay? Check that the property is okay to buy it, and that the documents are okay, that you can get the documents that you need for immigration, your status as tourist if you are as a tourist in Spain, and little things like private insurance. That are my advice, because that is what I see that creates more problems.
Oh, and one more thing. Apparently YouTube says you're gonna love watching this video right here. I think you should watch it.